guys? This is Matt, the owner of Tail Channel. With me, I have Aaron Weber.
Hello, hello.
You may know him. He's the community manager at Sega.
Well, you used to be, not anymore.
Well, not. What are you now?
So now I'm the associate brand manager at Sega.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, so how do you like your job at Sega? Is it fun?
It's fun. I mean, everyone talks about being paid to play video games. How amazing would that be? But then actually being a tester is perhaps not the glamorous job that some people might expect it to be. Thankfully, that's not my job. I get to go to conventions like this, which is really cool. I get to work on things behind the scenes. Get to give opinions and feedback to people that actually make decisions relating to the game. So from a fan perspective, it's a very fulfilling position because you get to have, in many ways, a small but significant influence as part of a bigger team that makes the big decisions. So it's very fun.
Okay, so for Sonic Boom, it's not being released in Japan, correct? What do you think about Sonic Boom only being released in America and Europe this time as opposed to everywhere?
That's not something that I have any news on, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so what is your job with Sonic? What do you do? What's your position, basically?
So I started at Sega, not doing a lot with Sonic. I started on Phantasy Star, and then I got to work on this game called Sonic 4 with a guy called Ken Ballo. I was the community manager on Sonic 4. We held this contest, right? Like, proved to us why you're a big Sonic fan. The winners got to go to Tokyo, and that was an adventure in its own right.
Yeah.
But it was a really, really cool trip and a cool event. And from there, I got to kind of work on some other games. When I moved on to the marketing team, the brand team, I got to work on Sonic Colors very briefly, and in particular Sonic Generations. And Generations was a lot of fun because it was kind of nice knowing that you have like an impact on a game and seeing these areas where feedback you might have given actually made it into the final product. So from a fan perspective, it was just a really cool feeling, like knowing that you've had an impact on it. And a lot of people did, though. In fact, you guys had an impact on it, though you may not have known it. When we polled you guys on Facebook many years ago about your favorite levels, we actually took some of that data and used that as part of what we would then select as the levels. No one knew at the time what it was being used for.
That is smart.
Yeah.
So, you've been working on Generations, Colors. What about Boom?
Yeah, I've gotten to work with a lot of there are many talented people on the Boom team. There are people that work on the games, there are people that work on the animation. And the cool thing that I can tell you guys is that they are always very, very interested in trying to understand, the fan response, the fan perception of things. And then they take it very seriously. And so, while Boom is very new and very different, do understand that they've taken the greatest lengths and care to ensure that what they do and the changes that they do make are things that people will be happy with, things that people will be okay with. And so, Buff Knuckles, notwithstanding, is the one thing. Obviously, everyone's like, Knuckles is so huge, but I think when you see how Knuckles is in the new world, and you see how Amy is, Amy's a much stronger character now. I think people are going to really like this new direction, personally. So, yes, lots of great people on the Boom team, from animation to video games to licensing, and I get to work with many of them.
That's cool, because we've seen a lot of opinions about the new designs, especially, and a lot of people have gotten used to them. What can you say about the designs and personalities as a whole? You just said, but can you elaborate a little more about that? Like, why do you think fans should just, I don't know, what's the word? What's the word here? Kind of
get used to.
Get used to, be excited.
It's something that I think you have to see for yourself.
Okay.
When you see the animation, when you play the games, right? When you see all this stuff coming together, that's when it'll start to click for you. Out of context, anything can seem strange, right? When you only see a fraction of the entire thing, anything can be seen as like, oh, I don't know about that, or it doesn't seem right. But when you see it in the greater scheme of things, that's when everything starts to make sense. So I think when fans see the TV show and play the game, it's going to come together very nicely.
And they're going to have demos at E3, correct?
There will be more that we're talking about at E3. That's in my mysterious voice. That's all I can tell you for now. We will say more at E3.
I got you. So, that's pretty much it. Nice interviewing you.
Thank you very much.
And be sure to be excited for Sonic Boom. That's going to be great. The TV show, the video game, and the toys. And the new Sonic Boom event, or the old the Sonic Boom event.
Sonic Boom event in New York.
Yeah, that's it.
This year, that's right. That's right.
So, thanks for watching a short little interview with Aaron Weber, since I can't ask too much, So, see you guys next time. And be sure to hit that subscribe button. Okay, so why'd you come here to MomoCon in the first place? Like, were you trying to... I know you're trying to advertise Project Diva F over there, which is the new Hatsune Miku game that's been localized in America. So why are you here?
Yeah, that's primarily the reason. We have Hatsune Miku Project Diva F. It is a rhythm game featuring Hatsune Miku, and that came out last year for the PS3 and for the Vita earlier this year. So now that we're bringing out the sequel, it's kind of a big thing for us to keep taking this game around to show it to people. There's so many fans out there of Miku and the Vocaloid phenomena that don't even know this game exists. So for us, it's like we need to get the game out, do all the grassroots efforts, really take it to people and show them, look, what an amazing game this is.
Yeah. So if people bought enough copies, of Project Diva, do you think other Hatsune Miku games could come in the future as well?
Well, yeah. It's funny you asked that. We've already announced another one because of the sales of the first one. So the first one did really well. It did better than our expectations at Sega, and because of that, we were able to move on to not only doing a Vita version of that game, but now doing a Vita and PS3 release of the sequel with physical copies for each, which is really great for the Vita owners.
All right, cool.